You want to succeed and you still can't get started. Maybe you can't get finished. This is not laziness. You are in the stuck zone. Stay with me and we're going to break this down. Everything that you need to know about it. And we're going to go through the micro-powered momentum method. A simple plan that you can start today to get out of the stuck zone. Hello, I'm Darcy Collins, licensed clinical social worker, and day in and day out, I help people just like you get out of their own stuck zones. Now, people do not procrastinate because they're lazy or because they're unmotivated. They're actually stuck in a psychological tug of war between two very powerful forces. On one side, it's our risk avoidance system, keeping us safe, keeping us secure, not only from physical harms in the external world, also from social harms, fear of failure, being judged, being socially ostracized or rejected. And on the other side, we have our reward-seeking system. It's going to push us to gain and increase resources. It's going to push us toward connection, accomplishment, relief. This paralysis is not laziness. It's an emotional conflict masquerading as inaction. And when neither pole wins, when you're caught in that limbo of just thinking, overthinking, planning, avoiding, distracting, but not acting, you are in the stuck zone. Now, the stuck zone has 4 different ways that it shows up as. Oscillation. This is moving between starting, stopping, starting, stopping, and continually bouncing between those 2 spaces. Rumination, thinking about, probably overthinking about the task without ever any action on it. So planning, organizing, finding resources, researching shows up in this way. Distraction. So instead of doing or finishing what we are setting out to do, we're replacing that with lower risk activities. And that's a long book. Scrolling, TV, name something, it can probably be used for distraction. And paralysis, where we know what we have to do, yet there is just complete inaction, maybe even immobility around the task itself. And one bonus glue, language trap. Now with procrastination, this is commonly showing up in language efficiency. The way that we talk to each other, the way that we talk to ourselves helps keep us stuck and helps keep us trapped. In that, we tend to name the task, what we want to do, what we need to do. We tend to name it as a one-step process. Well, I need to clean the house. Well, I need to register my car. Well, I need to pay that bill. Those are the goals. Those are where we're going to be when we're finished. Language efficiency has us describing them as a one-step process. So that's something else that's also keeping us stuck. Let's take a quick example. Let's say we have someone who needs to register for a class or register for some classes, just have not been getting it done. Let's break this example down. The risk avoidance side will say, what if I pick the wrong classes? What if I don't like these classes? What if I look silly or stupid or like I don't know what I'm doing in front of my advisor? I want to pick something I can do. I don't want to pick a hard class. And frankly, the task itself may just be boring. So that's what's getting avoided, the risk of being bored. Now, on the other side, the reward-seeking part is saying, I want to pick something I'll do well with. I want to do this so I can complete my degree. It's going to aid me in moving forward in my career path. Now, the glue there, the language trap, is what that person's telling themselves. Oh, I got to get registered for classes. There they go, describing it as a one-step process. Now, what is this person's stuck zone looking like? Well, they feel frozen, paralysis. And they feel irritated, seemingly for no reason. They're easily upset with others in their life and engaging in a lot of the avoiding and distracting from thinking about getting registered for classes. Now, I know, probably heard this all before, probably felt this all before, probably felt this sometime today. Now, we're going to take a look at the factors that we need to consider, and then we're going to put them together in the plan, the micro-powered momentum method, to start getting things moving again. So, the parts that we need to consider. Risk level. How risky does this particular task feel, or what might the risks involved be? Clarity of the reward. Completing this task, what is it going to do for me? What is it going to offer me? Do I know that? Is that even clear? And of course, what if we sit there and say, well, nothing. This task is going to offer me nothing. What is our time horizon? Is the reward immediate? Is it something that's going to show up right away? Or is this a distant, far-off reward? It's going to take a lot of time, number of steps to get there. What's the level of self-efficacy? Do I feel like I can actually do this? Can I complete this task? And then where's our emotion regulation at? What is my capacity to tolerate the discomfort that may be taking place during this task? Now, we're going to move into the micro-powered momentum method. Step 1, we want to reframe the risk. How dangerous is it really? How threatening? How harmful? And can I see it in a way that reduces that risk? In our previous example, that might be something of, I don't have to pick the perfect classes. I just have to pick the ones that I need right now. Step 2, we need to connect the values. This is going to help clarify our rewards. We need to find the important part of it, why it matters, why we would even do it in the first place. Now, of course, if the answer is nothing about this matters, then The reward is simply getting through it, getting it done, getting it off our plates. Step 3, we want to make it small. Whatever task we're doing, there is always a starting, very, very small step. A step that, without completion, nothing else would move forward. So we need to break it down till we find this step. In our previous example, this could be turning on the computer if registering takes place online. Picking up the phone if I need to call my advisor and even just schedule a time with them first. Putting the phone in my hand. There's a small step in there. Nothing else will proceed without it. Find it. This is increasing our self-efficacy. Step 4, we need to bring our rewards much closer. We need to make them immediate. So, after each and every meaningful step, we can do this by celebrating. In our previous example, turning on the computer, picking up the phone. So, I turn on the computer, yes. Celebrate. Pick up the phone, woohoo! Celebrate. Now, the length of the celebration is not important. The important part is that the celebration take place immediately after the action. This tells our brain and triggers our reward center. It's going to let our brain know that the action that we just took is one that we're going to want to do more of. And 5, make sure to generate a positive sensation after each and every meaningful step completed. Now, this could take place through the instant celebration that we were just talking about, or anything else that would help generate a positive sensation. That is going to get the engine going. Each step completed is going to raise and rev up motivation. Momentum will build, momentum will start sustaining itself. And soon enough, you're going to be done. Now, there are 3 metrics that you can keep track of to get a sense if you are improving. Number 1, the action initiation rate. Keeping track of the percentage of tasks that you started within 1 hour of deciding to do them. Number 2, the time spent in the stuck mode. So, keeping track of how many minutes per day were spent ruminating, avoiding distracting, and how many minutes per day were spent getting the task going, doing, completing. And 3, your micro win count. Keeping track of the number of the micro steps, those small starting next steps that you completed over a given day. Now some potential goals: increasing your initiation rate by 20% over 1 week's time, reducing the amount of stuck time by 25% over about 1 week's time, and hitting at least 5 or more of the micro steps, the micro wins in a given week. I'd love to hear your feedback on this plan, what you think, if this experience fits for you, if you think this plan could fit for you. Which of the stuck zone modes do you find yourself in most? Please comment below. Thank you for spending the time today, and please feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. I'm hoping you'll find something that may help you with one of your other problems.